Well, we are back for episode 3 of Gotham Knights. Only episode 3. I don't know how much more I can take of this just absolute crap. This week, we are dealing with the mutants from the Dark Knight Returns storyline. We're also... So now what we're doing is we're pillaging that storyline, and we're pillaging the Court of Owls storyline that involved Batman and handing it off to Turner Hayes. That's what we're wasting all this material on, is some made-up character for some CW show. I'm baffled. I am baffled, but let's just get into it, because what utter garbage it is. So we start out with the mutant leader. Yes, he gets beat at the start of the episode by Carrie Kelly. No build up to it, nothing like that. Now she beats him first go, takes him down. So, and then he gets let go by the police at the very end of the episode, right? So that's what we're doing here. So he's doing something with, he's an arms dealer or some shit. She turns up, this little itty bitty girl with this gigantic brick shit house of a guy. And she thinks the best way to go about this is, I'll announce myself. I'm really tired of that in a lot of things we see, where the hero turns up and just announces themselves. It's like, no, Batman wouldn't announce himself. He would turn up, he would start something. Especially when you're as tiny as she is. It's like, why are you announcing yourself to the bad guy? It's like, you better take every advantage you can get. But no, they announce themselves, as I've seen in so many other things as of late. Just, I've got to announce myself. We even seen it with the Court of Owls guy. Rather than just, right, I've got to kill them, that is my job, so I'll just kill them. No, he announces himself first, because that's just what we do. We don't just fucking kill them. So she turns up, and then they have a bit of a fight. I'm already like, yeah, you're not winning this. What are you even playing at? What are you even doing? So then she decides to kill him. Although, because it's CW rules, when someone gets hit with high voltage for at least 30 seconds, no, they don't die after that. So that's what she does. She hooks her little thing up to this and then electrocutes the guy. I mean, it's pretty much like, picture Home Alone where you see a skeleton flashing. That's what it is. Yet he's still alive. That's how that works then. So then she's all, plays heroic music even though she just killed a guy. And then the police just randomly show up. So what, did you call this in or what? It's starting to seem like, you weren't actually necessary for the police to capture this guy, because they were coming anyway. What was he going to do? He was on his own. He was one guy. So you weren't really necessary for that. But the police just show up. I don't know why. Just randomly show up out of nowhere. As soon as she's managed to beat him. So she's all proud of herself. She goes back to the Gotham Knights compound. It's up in the little attic in the school that for some reason nobody ever goes in, whatever, they're fugitives, but that's where they're laying low, in the school. So I don't think we need... But yeah, that's when you find out, the guy she beat was the leader of the mutants. It's just like, why would you do that in episode 3? Why would you not have, a whole season storyline, like with Carrie Kelly's storyline being... she's maybe beaten some of these sort of underneath of the leader, and then, but she maybe fought the leader at least once or twice and gotten her ass handed to her, and then by the last episode she finally manages to overcome. No, we're not going to do that. She just beats him. She just beats him in episode 3, and it's over with in a 2-minute scene. That's... We're building character, there we are. Yeah, she says, I've been tracking them for weeks. Yeah, you did it off screen, so it doesn't really have any impact, does it? Whereas if you had an ongoing thing throughout the whole season, have a lot more impact, not just, oh, attract them down off screen. Right, okay. So yeah, that's what they're doing with that. Beat the leader. He's done. He's done. You see, we want to get everything out of the way as soon as possible. Even though I'm like, I don't even know why they bother doing it, because the whole episode is about the mutants. It's like, well, this season is about the Court of Owls. So if you're not really in that much of a rush to do the Court of Owls stuff, then why can't you spend some time on the mutant side of things? Don't know. It's a CW, isn't it? That's really all you can say. It's the CW. So yeah, she goes upstairs, and then I don't know. Duella comes over. She comes over to tell us exactly how Turner Hayes is feeling, because the audience can't be trusted to come to their own conclusion. So she walks up to him and says, "Oh, it must sting that your dad handing his legacy off to this random person." It's like, oh, we needed you. It's like, we already went over that anyway, I think, in like episode 2. But they do a lot of that. We've got to explain it for the audience because they can't be trusted. Just can't. So yeah, like Carrie asks him, how goes the Court of Owls search? And he's just like, oh, I can't help but thinking those ripped out pages of the the book from the previous episode that Carrie ripped them out of, because I don't know, it turns out that Turner Hayes' parents were killed by the Court of Owls. I just really, you can't help but thinking those ripped out pages have something important on them. I'm just kind of like, duh. I don't know why you're even saying that. So yeah, the Duella stuff happens. It's like, yeah, we don't need you to handhold. Don't need to do it. You're not doing anything good anyway. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything complex or intellectual, are you? So the idea of we must handhold the audience, I can only really go on the people that legitimately like this show, and there is some, believe it or not. There's always some. That's because IQ's fucking down here. That's unfortunately what it is. But for the rest of us, not so much. So, yeah, we've had that. We've had what his feelings are explained to the audience. We get a see. Well, yeah, they've captured him. So we'll get to it. So the mayor's like, oh, we're going to clear crime and stuff. This is just a scene to establish that he is a dirty politician. Yeah, we know that. So they have a lot of back and forth. He's telling them about the guy. The guy that took the fall for Stephanie Brown. It's to do with that. But yeah, it's just, oh, he's dirty. All right, we figured that in the previous episode. So then we go to school and we get what's her name? We get Stephanie coming along. We get a repeat of a line from Batwoman. Do you want to have a guess at what that line is? Stephanie shows up and she slams the newspaper on the floor, on the table. She says, GCPD captures mutant gang leader. The press always gets it wrong. I'm Stephanie, you're Carrie, and we have more in common than that. Another case of a man taking credit for a woman's work. They already cut. Did they not cut that from like the actual in the show of Batwoman? And they've repurposed it here. Even though this character that you are currently dealing with, we'll get to that in a minute. But just remember, that is what she just said. Another case of a man taking credit for a woman's work. Even though it's the GCPD, there's female officers, and the GCPD isn't a specific person. It is a group of people. So bringing up, a man, well, not necessarily, no, is it? But then again, why does Carrie want the credit? Generally heroes don't care about stuff like that. They just do it out of the goodness of their hearts. That's why they do it. They don't do it for, well, I want credit. Who does it for that reason? So yeah, they're just like introducing themselves. I'm like, why does Carrie go to this school? It's a private school. It's a school that you pay for. Why does Carrie go to this school? I thought she lived in like the rundown area. Why is she at this school? I don't know. I don't know. They just thought, oh well, it's going to be a bit difficult for two characters to have a conversation, even though they can just do it when they're in that fucking hideout. So we have to have them go to school together, even though it makes no sense, because Carrie Kelly doesn't go to private school unless Bruce pays for it. I hope not, because then the police would be coming to Carrie Kelly like, did you know he was Batman? And you know, so just fuck off, show. So yeah, we went over that. So yeah, so after she says, oh, another case of a man taking credit for a woman's work, she then goes over and thanks this man for taking credit of her work. Remember Stephanie? She hacked into those bank accounts. The police found out about it. And then this guy thought, you know, what I'll do is I'll go and say it was me so you get out of trouble. Therefore, taking credit for her work. And she's thanking him for taking credit. For taking credit of her work. I'm like, how fucking stupid are these writers? I don't know how you can have something like that said and then you could completely contradict it in the next conversation. Unbelievable. But yes, but I guess that's fine. It's fine if you're taking credit for a woman's work. If it's taking the fall for them, then that's fine, I guess. Absolute dog shit writers, it really is. So he's inviting her. There's some fucking gala going on for the mayor and, you know, all that shit. So that's what's going on there. That's the March guy. You know, already it's like, oh, he's the Court of Owls kid. You know, he's a kid of the Court of Owl members or something like that. Very obvious. So now they're trying to come up with a plan about something. What is it? Yeah, they can't quite figure out how they can't find a lead on the Court of Owls. Until, I don't know, someone mentions, he mentions Alan Wayne, saying, oh, you know, they basically just rip off stuff from the comic and just repeat those lines. That, yeah, Alan Wayne screamed, the owls are in my house, stuff to do with fell in a manhole, you know, it's all that stuff. So then because they don't have the cold case files on Alan Wayne, what these fugitives have to do is they have to break into GCPD and steal these case files. They're fugitives. Funnily enough, though, again, it's a CW show, so they don't quite get that having someone just dress up in a police uniform and walk into a place full of policemen and police women, let's be inclusive here, that like they're not going to recognize a fugitive when you're a fugitive. They have your face plastered all over the, you know, the police station. But no, you just have one of the guys puts a little mustache on and a pair of glasses, and it's like, oh, that's good. I'm really, again, I'm just baffled by some of this shit. It's like, if you can't come up for a reasonable way to do something, just don't do it. Don't start going, no, well, he puts a mustache on, and that's perfectly fine. Fucking hell. So, yeah, that's what they're going to do. So then I think it cuts to, yeah, the GCPD airship. I don't know why you have a fucking airship anyway. I don't know what the point is. You know, they've got an airship. The mutants have taken it out, and it crashes into Ace Chemicals, which should release a load of fumes into the atmosphere and poison people. But no, it doesn't, because the newswoman, she says that the airship crashed into Ace Chemicals, causing fires that are not contained. These fires are still ongoing. And she's like, if not for the brave efforts of the firefighters, toxic fumes would have been unleashed upon the city. Yeah, but you just said, like, the stuff is still not being contained. So I'm like, well, that's... I don't know. I just don't know when it comes to this show. They tried to come up with a reason for it, and it's like, well, you just said it still wasn't contained. So I don't know how they've managed to stop fumes getting out if the fires are still raging on. But whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah, it's like the mutants take credit for it because the GCPD have their leader. You know, Carrie was all chuffed about this and everything, and I'm like, did you honestly think it was all over because you beat one guy? When you've got, I don't know why she thought that. Right, that would be it. I'll take down the leader. We'll do it in 2 minutes. And that will solve all the problems. That will get rid of the mutant gang. It's like, nah, you still got work to do. But she's like, oh, I thought it was over. So then we have... I'm pretty sure Duella at this point is just there to tell the audience how another character is feeling. Because she does it yet again. What does she... I forget what she says now. Yeah, it's just stuff like, oh, I bet you're feeling that, oh, you fucked up and Batman wouldn't be proud of you for this. I'm like, thanks, Duella. Thanks for just being there to tell me the character's feelings. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out by the look on her face. She realised, what a stupid fucking twat I am. So now Carrie's got stuff to deal with. What's his name? Turner Hayes. He's like, let me go with you, Carrie. Let me help you out on sorting this thing out. I'm just like, again, Turner, you're forgetting something very important. You are what we call a fugitive. Don't go outside. You get caught. Don't go outside. Don't do it. But no, he ends up going outside, doesn't he? They do that all throughout the episode. It's like, we're fugitives, we're going to go outside again. Because the GCPD, for some reason, don't pay any attention. Even though we've been on the news, we are the most wanted in Gotham. No, we can just walk around like nothing's happened. So, he's like, let me go with you. And then we deal with the stuff for getting in the GCPD to steal the files for Alan Wayne. And then this is when we get this boy's plan. I still don't know his name. Was it Cullen? Something like that. And he's like... So, yeah, his sister says to him, you can't just walk in the GCPD and steal evidence. It's like, no shit. I don't know why... We're going to continue with this plan, aren't we, for fuck's sake? So he says to that, oh, you can break in and steal evidence if you put on a police uniform. Yeah, but that may work for people that aren't fugitives, but for fugitives, they have your pictures. They have your pictures up. They'll recognize you. But no, we're dealing with CW logic, where you can just walk into a police station just with a moustache, and they go, yeah, go into our evidence locker, take out whatever you want. That's the CW logic. So, yeah, that's his plan. So, first of all, you have to steal... Where are you going to get a police uniform from? You got to steal that first. They've got to be quite hard to get. I don't know where you're getting that from. But, yeah, so it's just dress up in a police uniform and take this little piece of paper, and that lets me through into all the evidence. Because for some reason, police just let any Tom, Dick, and Harry walk into their evidence room. You know, this is the same thing as episode 2 with the Wayne security cars, where they needed to get into Wayne Tower. So the way Wayne Tower security operated was if you were in a specific car, then you could just go in. Because apparently no one's ever stole a car before. So it's the same thing here. It's like, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make any sense. But it's CW logic. So yeah, even his sister's like, your mugshots all over the city. Exactly. Just the idea that you can get a police uniform, have a mustache and a pair of glasses automatically means I can walk about wherever. It's like, no, people are going to notice you. Especially if you're a fugitive. The only way this works is if you're not a fugitive. But that's the plan they're going to do. Of course, they get away with it, because why wouldn't they? You know. So yeah, once she says your mugshots all over the city, he just comes back with, they only know me as a scared kid. They're not expecting a rookie cop. I'm like, that doesn't mean anything. But you've got to steal a uniform first. So are we going to see? No, we're not going to see you get that. So whatever. So then we go to Carrie Kelly, where it shows us how shit of a hero she is. She's so shit at it. It's really amazing. So yeah, we just get this is to, you know, this plays into it later. The what's it called? The gala that's going on for some shit. So yeah, then we get to see Carrie doing her heroine work, and she's terrible. What she does is, you can see her up there. So she comes down. She lands, and then through her goggles, she's got, like, it says no heat signatures detected. And then someone comes up behind her and puts a gun to her head. I mean, why wouldn't you scan the entire room instead of just what's in front of me? Why would you come in the room and land first, and then start looking to see if there's any? You could have done that when you were, you know, up in the sort of raft a bit, when you were before you actually came down onto. That would have been the best plan, not just I'm gonna land. There can't possibly be anybody behind me. I'm just gonna look forward and go, oh, it's okay then. And then a guy comes, whatever. Of course, it has no consequences, because then Turner turns up and knocks him out. Why bother? So, hold on. Yeah, so then we get, like, they try and justify how he's managed to get to this warehouse when he has to walk outside and he's a fugitive, but apparently, I don't know, he followed where the airship went down. It's like, well, that's probably where most police are going to be. But whatever. And then it turns, they didn't even have it, so, oh, he followed her. They had it that, no, he figured out where she was. There's, like, as Carrie says, there's 50 warehouses. And Turner managed to find the right one, because it was the only one that had padlocks on the inside. Therefore, that's where Carrie is. You know, okay. But, you know, even at that, you still had to go and check, you know, a lot of warehouses to see if that was the case. I mean, how many hours you must have been walking about in order to find Carrie? And you're doing it as a fugitive. But no, the police are nowhere to be seen. So yeah, we find out stuff. Oh, my dad taught me that because he must have wanted me to be prepared. Whatever. So then they come along this truck, and there's inside it there is all these poisonous gas tanks. Hold on, it says there uridum oxidate. So that's gonna come into it at some point. They're all empty, and they come up with that. Hold on. Yeah, so we know that the mutants brought down the airship, and the conclusion they come to for the reason, and well, it is the reason why the mutants took down this airship and made it hit Ace Chemicals, a place that they were robbing out of, to draw attention away from themselves. I'll go over the actual. Yeah, the mutants brought down the airship onto Ace Chemicals. It was to cover that they were stealing from Ace Chemicals. So if you're robbing a place, why would you bring the most attention possible to where you are? Oh, that's right. Everybody's fucking stupid. I don't know why that would be the case. I don't know why you'd think, well, right, we've got to steal out of Ace Chemicals, so we'll blow that big airship out of the sky that's going to draw the most attention. We're also going to have it land on Ace Chemicals, the place that we are robbing out of, to draw attention. No, it doesn't make any sense. Fucking hell. I don't know. I just don't know how you write this and don't see it. I really don't. They must be like writing while looking at Twitter. You know, that's the kind of people writing the show. They're writing symbols and stuff. They're just writing like that, looking at their phone, like, yeah, that's good, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Right. Put that on the screen. No, I don't want to proofread it first. Just take that. That's the level of writers you have here. So yeah, they take that back to, I don't know. We go to this bit. It's most of this stuff I'm going to skip because it's fucking shite. You know, it's just stuff about he's going to be they're on about him running for mayor or something like that. So then we get to the part. We get to the part where a fugitive walks into a police station. And this is his this is how he gets through. Oh right. You've just got a moustache and glasses, right? That covers you when you're a fugitive in a place full of police, in a place where your image is put on the walls. And then later on, he goes into a debriefing room to get debriefed on everything that's going on. So he then goes into a room that, you know, a tight little room crammed with about 20 cops, and not one recognizes because he's got a mustache on. Fucking daft show. So yeah, he's in there and he's go. So yeah, the guy just lets him go. It's fine. He put a mustache on. That is we're living in cartoon world again. So they now bring this stuff back. They also have like the plans for what they're doing. It's poisonous gas that they're going to make. And, you know, then it takes them ages to figure out, because they say for this poisonous gas to work, it has to be in an enclosed area. It can't be outside because then it will dissipate too quickly or whatever. So they're like, oh, where could it possibly be? Where could this poisonous gas possibly be taken to? Maybe it has something to do with that big gala event going on that has the mayor at it. No, it couldn't possibly be that. No, we need Duella to tell us, the crazy one that thinks she's crazy just on the basis that she's the Joker's daughter. You know, one minute they're smart. You know, she's so intelligent, yet she has to be a thief. Because she dropped out of college to look after her brother, who's the same age as her. I'm really getting sick of that in shows as well, where we have a character that's so fucking smart, yet she's a thief. Why? That doesn't make any sense. Fucking just stop it. You wouldn't drop out of college just to be a thief. What the? Oh, just fuck off. Really. So yeah, so they figure out where it's going, and you know, our main hero Turner, he just calls Stephanie Brown instead of dropping an anonymous tip to the police officers. That would be your best bet. Do that, you fucking idiot. So yeah, that's gonna be happening. There's some stuff gonna happen. It's gonna be so fun. What fun it's gonna be. So yeah, he's rang Stephanie and. I want to show this part because it is so like the mutants just start firing on the building, and then you have this grenade, which you know, what are these cops doing? The SWAT guys they're shooting already. What are they doing? And then you just go to this. It's like where so why is the grenade coming from that way? There's no one there. I just seen that and I thought, what? You know, at first I thought, did that guy just drop that? But it's like coming from this way. You know, whatever. So that explodes the front of the place. And then all the mutants come in with guns and they're taking them hostage. They, of course, want their leader back. The mayor goes, yeah, you can have him back. Right, okay, we're... You know, I thought politicians didn't negotiate with terrorists, but okay. He's already given them, giving them to him. So they're all sitting fucking watching the news. How about do something? But let me just make sure whereabouts I am. So, yeah, they've now got to come up with a plan. Like, right, what can we do? So they're asking her, oh, you know, what should we do with this bomb? She says, well, call the bomb squad. And then Carrie says, but they don't have the instruction manual. We do. Then drop it off to the bomb squad and let them handle it. You are fugitives, other than Carrie. So let Carrie go and deliver that. You know, put it in front of the bomb squad. They know what to do with it. Maybe do that. But no, they're like, right, we've got to go down there. We're fugitives, but fuck it, we've got to go down there. Duella's like, I don't want to go. And then they say, oh, well, you'll get to beat up a load of mutants. She's quirky, so she wants to do that. And she happens to know that, oh, if you go in the subway tunnels, it leads right up into the whatever place they are. That's what they do with everything. It's just, oh, we got to get somewhere. Oh, there's tunnels that just happen to lead to any possible place we need it to. I mean, because these are like these subway tubes, or you know, whatever, are, you know, like they don't get used anymore. So I'm like, why do they still leave that open? You would expect them to fill that at some point, wouldn't you? I don't know why in Gotham they don't just fill those holes, possibly. No, we're just gonna leave them open. All right, okay. Not take care of them and nothing like that. No, all right, okay. So yeah, that's where they're gonna go next. And then I don't know what he's been doing. You know, he just came in to get some files. He's been there forever. Still hasn't been caught. He's still walking about like there's nothing going on. And as he's about to leave, this copper says to him, right, to the debriefing room now. So he has to go there. So he walks into this room with all these police. They're like, none of them are like, you're new. We've never seen you about here before. Oh, you look like that guy on the wanted poster, the fugitive. You look like that guy, but with glasses and a moustache. Now they just let him walk in, sit down, listen to the debriefing, and not once is anyone like, oh, what's your name? You know, you've got the captain up here. Is he not going to go, who are you? You know, I ain't heard about us getting this new rookie cop. Where'd you come from? No one asks any questions. They just kind of look at him and don't say nothing, right? Shit. Absolute shit. So that's what he's doing. Then we're finally at the little, where the gala is happening. They get Stephanie to open because the door's locked, they get her to come up and open the door. So now that the mutants are now letting their hostages walk about the place. Because she even says, oh, you got to get to the boiler room, do you? There may be some mutants between here and there. So how the fuck did you get here? Did you just walk by them? They were like, we know that you're our hostage, but you're fine, go along. Even though we need you because you're our hostage. No, they didn't think about it. Didn't think about it at all. So, yeah, they're going to go in the boiler room. Duella and Carrie are going to go and beat some mutants up off screen. Always do it off screen. And then it's this little contraption here. The mutants, for some reason, didn't go with just the simple, it's on a timer. No, they went with some over-the-top, complex, super-villainy shit. Which we'll get to. They say a certain line about it, which we'll get to. But that's what's happening, the poison gas in this place. Right, let me just make sure where I am. Yeah, you know, again, she's so smart, yet she has to resort to being a thief. So they're looking at this thing, they're like, oh, we've got to figure this out. They're getting fucking all the watches and jewelry off the people. They come to blows. They're going over the instruction manual. As they put it, this little thing, if I can actually show the screen. So that's what it is there. Why can't I see it? Give me a second. Right, that's what it is. They've just went with something over the top that, as they put it, it's a mutating algorithm that deletes itself once complete, rather than just, good old-fashioned timer. Whatever. So, yeah, they say that there's because it operates on frequencies, and there's only a frequency to activate it, not deactivate it. And then they go on to say, you go and do that while we diffuse it. Well, how are you going to diffuse it if you can only I don't know. I don't know. I didn't write it. So, yeah, then we find out all the mutants are beat except the ones in, the main little hall. So they're going to go to work on that while... Turner is going to go and speak to... this guy that's after him and warn him about this poison bomb. So Turner he dresses up as a thing and grabs him, and he just tells him the whole plan, and then they go on and start talking about other stuff. It's like, yeah, poison bomb. There's a bomb upstairs. Deal with that. And then we had a line from Harvey that really just made me laugh, and it really is just the sort of epitome of the type of writers you have on this show. Just how they don't seem to know what words mean. You have this guy. You have Harvey say to Turner, "You're a fugitive who ran." Well, that's what fugitives tend to do. Even when the actor said it, he must have thought, it comes across like he thought, why the fuck am I saying he ran? It's like, yeah, he's a fugitive. Fugitives are they've already ran. That's why they're a fugitive, for running. So you're a fugitive who ran. But let's get through this, because we are not far to go. We ain't got far to go. So I don't know. They're arguing over this thing, and then it kind of gets to. So yeah, they're letting this guy out, like the main mutant leader. He's still fine, hasn't been noticed. He's got a moustache on, so that means totally different person. So yeah, Cullen manages to text them that they're letting the mutant leader go. So they come to the conclusion that the mutants are going to set this bomb off no matter the outcome. So they have to do it. The guy's about to press the thing. They start... Well, we haven't done that. So yeah, they start... I don't know what the other mutants are doing. You have a cop... not a cop. You have the DA fighting with your current leader over this detonator. Why are you just watching it? Who knows? No one does anything. And then they get... So when he presses it, they cut... she just cuts a wire. Luckily it works. It's just at the last minute. Then Harvey goes up and knocks this guy out. And then for some reason all the police come in. I'm like, no, you've still got all these people here with guns. The police would not just rush in when you have people with guns with hostages. But they seem to think, oh, well, Harvey knocked out the main guy, so that means the whole thing's... No, it doesn't. You've still got people with guns that are holding people at gunpoint as hostages. It's not over. But no, it's over, according to the CW. So, yeah, they've saved the day, but then this narcissistic fucking bitch, she starts having an issue. A big issue over her cutting this wire. I'll go through the dialogue, because I wrote the whole thing down, because I'm like, this is just funny that you've saved everyone. You've saved everyone, yet we have to go into this. So she says, you cut the wire without knowing what would happen. Well, I mean, it would have went off either way, wouldn't it? So it wouldn't have made a fucking difference. So it's this character. She's like, my way would have worked. You didn't give me a chance because I didn't go to private school. What the fuck? What are you talking about? I don't know what the fuck she's drawing that out of. I think I need to say that again just to really. I still can't believe it was something that was said. You didn't give me a chance because I didn't go to private school. Yeah, that's what it had something to do with. It didn't have anything to do with the fact that the bomb was about to go off, so I need to fucking do something. No, it was to do with, oh, I didn't go to private school. That's why you cut the wire. But she does go on. She's like, oh, just because I did go to private school doesn't make you smarter than me. I don't know if you are smart, because if you were, you would have a high level job, but you don't, because you dropped out of college to look after your brother who was the same age as you, rather than just going, no, I better go to college. That'd be better off, wouldn't it? You know, I'm this genius. And I mean, if you're such a genius, why couldn't you just get into some program where they also help you out with your brother or something like that? You couldn't come with any idea, but yet you're a genius. So yeah, all that. So they just come to blows over that. I'm just like, holy fuck! You have saved everybody. Everybody's alive. Yet you are, you know, worried about yourself because you're narcissistic twat. So that just came out of nowhere. You cut the wire because I didn't go to private school. It's like, yeah, that's why she did it. You fucking idiot. Oh. So right, that's that. So then we get like a news part. Because the GCPD have let the leader go, so the leader's at large, and then the newscast reporter says, he says the leader of the mutants is still at large, but Gotham can rest easier. But no, he's still at large, you fucking dick. Ah. So yeah, the bomb's gone somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, the bomb turns up at the very last scene, but then we go back to our Gotham twats, and she's like, "I can't believe that Harvey Dent got all the credit and we did. Why do you want to? You're a fugitive. You're a fugitive. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. You saved people. Just take the positive out of it. Don't go. We didn't get credit. It's not why heroes hero. It's not why they save people to get credit." Jesus fucking Christ. So, yeah, then it turns out, oh, Duella stole all the watches that the mutants stole from all the people at the gala. I don't know how she got them. There was police everywhere. What, did they take the bag up to the boiler room? Probably not. They probably had it on them. So I don't know how she's got this, but she has this for a reason. Because one of the watches has an owl on the back of it. Yeah, the first watch that he picked up had an owl on it. So then Turner's like, the Court of Owls were there, and we didn't even know it. They're a secret society. Why would you know it? Fucking hell, just honestly, just look at what you're writing, please. Just do it. So, yeah, it turns out there's a load of watches there. Then I hate the way they end these like episodes. It seems to be just a formula that they do. You know, they did it with Batwoman. You know, they have the shitty stock music that is da 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 da. You know, it's all that shit. And we have a heart to heart like at the end of every episode. We got to do that, have we? As if we've cleared something up. It's like, this is what you do at the end of... Stop doing it. I'm just tired of this shitty music coming on. And they're like, oh, it's all sad and somber now. You care about these characters, so you care about what they have to say. No, I don't give a fuck about them. So just stop playing the somber music. But yeah, all this is, oh, we're both jealous of each other. She's jealous of him because he got, like, Bruce as a dad. And then he's jealous of her because Bruce let her help him. Right, moving on. I honestly, once you get to this point in the episode, you just kind of check out. It's like, you know, there's nothing really here to talk about. It's just boring, somber music. Whatever. So, yeah, they always have about 10 scenes, like, when they're finishing up as well. It's like, you just have one scene. We don't need a load of other stuff. But then we have stuff between the brother and sister, where the brother's like, you don't trust me and let me do my own thing. Right, okay. So, yeah, like, apparently this guy's the bravest person she knows. Even in all the other episodes, he's been a little hissy bitch. Been scared of stuff, so he's not brave, is he? But we know why. We know why she's telling him he's brave. She's brave. So then we get our final scene where the mayor gets killed, and you've got Harvey Dent's speech playing over it. So he's killed by the Court of Owls. That's kind of my reaction to most of these episodes. Although I'm probably a bit happier for the fact that this poison gas is about to kill me. So, and then, yeah, we end it there. And that is the end of the episode. Gotham Knights. What a team. What a team of fucking idiots. But there you have it. That is episode 3. Yeah, we've got... What we got now? We've got 9 left to go. 9 to go. Am I going to make it? That is going to be the question. Am I going to make it? Through all 12 episodes of this series. Probably, because I'm a bit stupid as well. I always figure the best way to go is torture yourself with these just absolute garbage shows. But, you know, it's not surprising. Not surprising at all. But I haven't got much to add after that. Just absolute shite. Just it's definitely getting worse. It seems it's, you know, it's as I predicted in my first episode review. It's just gonna, you know, if it starts off fucking really bad, it's just gonna fall off. It's the CW. This is just what you expect. But that is episode 3 of Gotham Knights, Our Saviors.